Oh, Singapore, baby. Get some Sunny Bash.
This shit got ugly, man. The cow.
Alright, bro. I just cooked you take pictures, bro. You cool as shit. So you going dumb as shit. They not blocking no more. Damn shit, bro. That shit, bro.
Damn.
That shit crazy, man. They gonna get this shit out this play. I tell you. That shit crazy, bro.
Shit. Dude.
They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly.
The video, I didn't think he was going to pick it, but I knew he was going to at least hit the motherfucker.
Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see a team from the American, the Temple Owls, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets.
Why he came down with it and took it back? I think, usually in that animation they fall to the ground.
And the Yellow Jackets will put
Single
and he'll just take the
where
knee
the
this
fuck
drive
is
will start
Satchel?
at the 25. So the Temple Owls
Fuck is
offense will
Satchel?
have first crack at this one. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we
Where
talked
the
to
fuck
him this
is
week, and
Satchel?
he
Why they
knows
got
that people are out
35
there
points?
questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
They'll run play action. Fires to the tight end. He's close to the first down, and they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Owls come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Temple lining up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Not able to pop the big return, but they got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Yellow
Why
Jackets
he
offense
lighting?
has the ball for the first time.
Why he lighting that
And
shit
they are
up?
coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
I know having played the
He's like,
position,
oh,
you have a big game.
this
You can't
dude
wait
is
to get
lighting
back
it
out there
up.
again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm.
It's a seam wide open. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback and disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Why you don't got Desmond James in the game?
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10.
He had 97 in speed, bitch.
The give to the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He might want another play.
He running your fastest receivers.
Finds his big tight end. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the game.
I said he one of the fastest in the game. That's what I'm saying.
The Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the
should have threw the X, bro. X is,
because if he's too
X
early or
is
too
wide
late on
open.
the throw, that might get picked.
Trying to find the end zone. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
2nd and goal for the offense. Slams ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
And what a push up front
With a
by
pick.
this offensive line.
Cut it to 14 by the 4th guy.
Driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Get the 28-42.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. It was closed out by the short yardage touchdown.
That fucking game take an hour and a half, man.
And he takes this from inside the 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Temple takes over and the offense will return to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Forward and finds his man on the left. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. And now on
not
2nd down for this offense.
Cover 3 max, bro.
Looking for a man. It's Simon. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout.
This ain't calling. That's a hold.
He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field.
No, that was your fault. You was bitching.
That penalty cost him a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away.
You was bitching because you didn't think you was going to get no protection, so you just swung that shit on the turnaround.
Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They knew field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
The solid return
Gotta
there
run,
offsets
man.
some of the punt yardage and really sets up this
They
offense
fucking
nicely.
your quarterback up. You
Georgia
gotta run
Tech
to
has the
offset
ball
that
back,
shit
and
for a
here
couple
comes the
plays.
Yellow Jacket offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
6-7. I gotta change his
Really
name
nice job
to the
working the
6-7.
route, getting himself open.
Good
He was able to
D.
locate the football, snag it out
Oh,
of
dude,
the
this
air.
shit.
This guy
He
now
would have
has
scored
5
last one.
receiving
He would have
touchdowns.
21. That would have made it 28. But still, you still got it. Still getting there. Do it right there.
He'll try to tack on one
You
more.
really should. You really your brother, bro.
And the extra point
And your
makes
pop.
it 14.
You really your brother, and your
Right,
pop
not
son.
taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
They play quarterback just like
Defense will
this.
be called on to protect this lead.
Who that,
Returner's
Wingo?
going to try to see what he can get. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field.
That was you. That would have been a pick.
Wow, he scored. I
Off
hate
to a
them type
sluggish
of
start and need to put something together on this drive.
I don't even like betting on them things.
Motion from the wide receiver. Leaves it with the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
That's a really
Like I
nice
said,
play.
it's
It's impressive.
really
Runs
getting
first down.
fouled
The
about
defense thinks you might be running the
y'all
football.
wanted to
You suck
schedule
the
them
line
to.
up, get some movement at the point of
That's
attack, and
wrong.
find a little crease for your running back.
They said these niggas
Now
want
the
to
play
step with
fake.
us.
Unloads to the right.
Oh, got a pick.
Intercepted.
Howley. He's going to win player of the year.
He'll finally go out
He's
of
going to win
bounds,
defensive
but
player
he
of the
was
year.
showing off all the skills after that interception.
Cleveland Howley.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job.
Remember the fucking name,
Offense put you in a
Tyler.
bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
This defense has been gashed, and they are backed up again with a 1st and goal. And he was hit just as he released it,
How
and
did
it
they
falls
get
to the
in there
turf.
that fast, man?
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place.
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field, or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown up over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. So now it's 2nd and long. With the catch, it's Adams. At the 35, he's open. It's a running room. The 20. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. They almost went end to end and housed it. Now a chance to stick it in the end zone. 1st and 10 from the red zone. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Just got at him,
man. Coming up with this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He is
I
going nowhere.
Texas
At the line of
man.
scrimmage. Line is set on third down.
Wow, they definitely nice, but they beatable too.
Simon. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown.
You said it already.
Right
2-6-16, nigga.
Hang on, it'll be fourth down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on.
Gotta stop throwing that shit in the shadows.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive.
And you really got be on your play call and like specific plays, like.
Finds his big tight end. There he goes.
No, that's why I was thinking about you when I said it, because I'm agreeing with you. Like Kyle Wright, I was about to say Kyle Wright.
What a start for this
Really gotta make sure you're not picking heavy plays. And even if you pick a certain play, you can't throw it to anybody on that play. Like,
if you're on
certain routes,
you've got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
Certain routes, basically you gotta play with words. That's it.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
Pulls it in. It's Rutherford. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking for space, it's Haynes. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Who you what?
Nowhere close on that one as he got
Who you what, bro? Because I lead the nation in passing and touchdowns with Grimes.
Getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70%
They just showed
of his
me.
throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
The ball back to second.
Problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10. And the Yellow Jackets line it up with a first and goal. Looking to throw, it's Grimes. Bringing the heat.
Oh my God! Y'all have just seen this catch. Jamal Haynes just made with one hand, and I'm live, so y'all can still see it. The red zone is crazy.
As a short gainer catch as you're ever going to see. I mean,
My man's Temple, but he just made a one-hand catch. That was ridiculous.
Caught it with one hand. I mean, I guess there's that.
Wants to throw it. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, that played at 66.
Going to on that play, down close by the goal line. There was only one dude that could make that play, and the quarterback found him.
And the extra point gives him a 28-3 lead.
6-7 is cool.
On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Just barely able to keep him from pouncing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hands.
I respect it.
Wants to go up top on first down.
Oh, I respect it.
Finds his back in the middle. Turning it on. Brought down at the 21-yard line. A 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Brought down after
They get on that. They get on that sometimes. They get on that a lot of times.
They don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That is just trying to do
that
with
all the
me.
way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Back to throw, it's Simon. Gets it out quickly. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. 2nd and goal coming up. Back to pass. Wide out trying to get it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Owls!
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Rutherford. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Single back formation, and they give it to it. On the move at the 30. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Looking to throw on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Creates a little space. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Grimes. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll leave it with him. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
That is real, mate. He did.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Jones. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man. It's Clark. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Good enough for a first down.
Back to pass, it's Simon. Under fire. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Makes the grab, it's Jones. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Adams. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Got a man, it's Irvin. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack.
No gain on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Temple lining up to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Use the play fake. Now to throw. That's reeled in. It's Haynes. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys. Looks like we've got a great game day atmosphere today in Atlanta. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the flats at Bobby Dodd Stadium.
The Owls will kick it away to crank up the second half.
What's he doing shit, man?
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Grimes. Finds his tight end. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Haynes. Oh, he's got some space. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down.
Oh, no, they got
on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Haynes.
They ain't got a real
enough yardage for a 1st down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
When they come up with college basketball, that's when the shit gets to move. Yeah, when they come up, they was cool too. They was neutral. You know, they did right with it. EA was trying to come out with a college basketball game, and 2K said in his
didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Back to throw, it's Grimes. Got his man quickly. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. If these guys wanted to make a statement, the statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. No, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Eastern Michigan is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Louisiana. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
How about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They go to the ground. Picks up the 1st down. There he goes. Bulldozes his way through. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. And the Owls come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Got a man. It's Adams. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Simon. Got his man on the right. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And I think that completion is as good as a 1st down, right? Because you set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. This Temple offense putting together a nice drive. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, running back gets the give. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. To the ground with the back. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be 4th down from the 24. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Right down the boulevard, it's good.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive, put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He's got the tight end.
That's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
On the move, it's Haynes. The Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Back to throw, it's Grimes. Gonna take a shot. Makes the catch down the right side. He's loose. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown. That's pretty much what just happened there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They cap that one off in style, a 74-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Leaves it with the running back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Finds some fresh air. Turning it on. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. The give from the gun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Dropping back, it's Simon. Flips it out to the back. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there. The Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown.
He was one of them boys that did it too good.
Challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue,
like he
or
could
is this
shoot
a
at first.
comeback
That's the
for
whole
the
crazy
ages in
part.
store? We'll see as we start the 4th.
No, I know that.
With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play.
It'd be like niggas be overconfident and then they don't.
They'll try to get it through the air.
That should be crazy.
How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? And the Owls are moving quickly down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man.
Yeah, he went from overconfident to underconfident
This senior
to
showed some serious arm strength firing
just
that one
getting my
in for the first
confidence
down.
to
That's why this guy can play first, second, and
role.
third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got it on the move. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Let's it fly. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the lead.
And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Yellow Jackets have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
To throw, it's Grimes. Rushes on him. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give as they work on that clock. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense.
So you know they be
You've got a
scared.
huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the
took
football,
another
but just be
LB
aware of the
back.
clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He'll sneak it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, we knew this quarterback could put up some monster numbers. He is putting on a clinic in this game. He now has over 400 yards passing.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Yellow Jackets have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? To the air, it's Grimes. Here comes the heat. Trying to pull his way in. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, it looks like they're going to start this season 4-0. And you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper, this team had a chance this season. But until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. They've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
He'll bring it out. It's Irvin. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. He'll do it himself. Nice move to keep running. Tackle was made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there. On 1st down from their own 22. They go to the draw. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. It's a draw. He never had a chance on the draw tackle almost as soon as he got the ball.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Temple lining up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight.
Oh, Bruce Wayne.
The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score.
Breaks into the open. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And the Yellow Jackets looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Here's a heat. Catch in the middle. It's Rivers. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
On the move from inside his 5. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. To the air. It's Simon. Oh, they're after him. And the pass is incomplete, and this ball game comes to a close. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
33 on 90% selling titles.
If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit.
So one day they used to know this team.
This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.